Hi there, boys and girls, and welcome to another grammar review lesson with me, Teacher Donald. And this grammar review lesson is for Unit 4 of our Grammar Goals book. Now, in Unit 4, we're talking about the past tenses, and we're going to begin by talking about the simple past and past perfect. The simple past is for an event that happened in the past, usually the main event. We use the past perfect for another event that happened before something else. So Donald moved to Taiwan and Donald had worked on a farm. So which one of these things happened first? Donald had worked on a farm. When I was done working on the farm, then I moved to Taiwan. So we have two events that happened in the past. The first event, we use the past perfect. The second event, we use the simple past. So which one of these happened first? Someone invented the wheel, someone invented the car. Now if we put these sentences together, one of them will get the past perfect, one of them will get the simple past. So the thing that happened first was someone invented the wheel, right? So the sentence would look like this. Someone had invented the wheel before someone invented the car. So the action that happened first, we're using past perfect. Had invented. Past perfect is just had plus the PPV, or the past participle verb. Here's another one. Someone invented the internet. Someone invented the computer. What happened first? Well, this time the computer was invented first, and then later on the internet was invented. So if we put these sentences together, it would look like this. Someone had invented the computer before someone invented the internet. So we're using the past perfect for the first action, which in this case was someone invented the computer. Now let's play pick one. I'm going to show you a sentence. The sentence will have either the past simple or the simple past rather, and the past perfect, and you have to tell me which verb will finish the sentence. So take a look at the first one. Dr. Spencer realized the microwaves blank the chocolate. So realized is a verb, and it's using the simple past. So which one of these, melt, melted, or had melted, would finish this sentence? To finish this sentence, we would use had melted. Realized is already the simple past, so the other one should be the past perfect. Dr. Spencer realized the microwaves had melted the chocolate. How about this one? We have the popcorn had popped when Dr. Spencer blank it. So we see had popped. So what verb will finish this sentence? Well, if we see the past perfect, then we should probably use the simple past to finish it. The popcorn had popped when Dr. Spencer checked it. Just the simple past. Okay, take a look at this one and then tell me, developed, developed, or had developed will finish this sentence. Take a look. Which one do you think is right? To finish this sentence, we would need to use had developed. So Dr. Fleming saw, there's the action in the simple past, that bacteria had developed on the dish. So we see the simple past, saw, so the next one should be past perfect. Here's another one, take a look. Should we use discover, discovered, or had discovered to finish this sentence? Well, if you look later on, you see the verb had stopped. That's past perfect. So the verb that we should use is the simple past discovered. Dr. Fleming discovered that the mold had stopped the bacteria from growing. So first the mold stopped the bacteria, and then Dr. Fleming discovered that that thing happened. Take a look. Which one should we use to finish this sentence? Remember, remembered, or had remembered? Frank Epperson blank, he had left his favorite drink outside. So the action that happened first was him leaving his drink outside. So this time we should use remembered. Frank Epperson remembered he had left his favorite drink outside. Here's another one about Frank Epperson. Take a look at this sentence and tell me which one we should use to finish it. Freeze, froze, or had frozen? Now you see discovered, that's the simple past. So we should use had frozen. Frank Epperson discovered that the drink had frozen. So the drink freezing happened first, and then Frank Epperson discovered that it was frozen. Here's one about George Crumb. He invented potato chips. Now, which one should we use? Invent, invented, or had invented in this sentence? George Crumb blank potato chips after a customer had complained. So this time we'll need the simple past invented. George Crumb invented potato chips after a customer had complained. So the customer complained first, and then he went into the kitchen and tried to cook or burn some potatoes or French fries for him. Okay, that's it for pick one. Let's review the rules one more time. So we use the simple past for a main action like Donald moved to Taiwan, and then the past perfect for previous action, an action that happened before the main action. And we use past progressive, was or were, and ing on the verb, for an event that happened at a specific time or during a specific time. So Donald moved to Taiwan is the main action. Before that, Donald had lived in Canada. And past progressive, Donald was living in Hamilton in 2001. And Hamilton is in Canada. Now let's play missing words. Howard is an archaeologist. He studies ancient Egypt and has made some important discoveries. So I'm going to tell you some things about Howard, and you have to tell me the missing word. And there are two choices at the bottom, so look carefully. Take a look. Which one of these should finish this sentence? Was working or is working? 1922 was a long time ago. So you should choose was working. In 1922, Howard was working in Egypt. So 1922 is that specific time that we're talking about. How about this one? Read carefully and tell me if we should use found or had found. When Howard blanked the tomb, he had worked in Egypt for 31 years. This time we're going to use found. When Howard found the tomb, he had worked in Egypt for 31 years. So he had been working there for a long time, and finally he found the tomb. How about this sentence? Are we going to use discovered or had discovered? Now we see that simple past, sent, so this time we're going to use had discovered. Howard sent a telegraph to announce that he had discovered the tomb. So first he discovered the tomb, then he sent a telegraph telling everyone about it. How about this one? Should we use found or had found to finish this sentence? This time we're going to use found. Howard found evidence that robbers had tried to rob the tomb. So robbers trying to rob the tomb, that happened first, and then Howard found the evidence that that happened. Okay, here's one more. Now this time we're looking at the word while. That's very important. While Howard was searching the tomb, he found a lot of jewels. So while is kind of one of those specific times that we were talking about. And good job. So remember, the simple past and past perfect, what's the difference? Well, the simple past is for an event that happened in the past, but if we're talking about an event that happened earlier, then we're going to use past perfect. So the first event, we use the past perfect, and the second event, we use the simple past. And we might see a little past progressive on our quiz. So we've already talked about simple past and past perfect, and we're going to use past progressive when we're talking about things that happen during an exact period of time. And that's it for our Unit 4 grammar review lesson. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.